Has Boxing Day niggled at you a bit since Tuesday? Will you be pleased to get to Saturday at 3 o'clock?
Yeah, I think so. It did niggle me a bit because A, I don't like losing games. B, it was quite an important game points-wise to try and get ourselves a little bit closer to the playoffs and to try and get a couple of wins back-to-back. It didn't happen. That's what football's like, I'm afraid, and it's what footballers are like as well. Sometimes I was listening to a few championship managers today on the radio, and there's inconsistencies at all levels, other than probably one team that are very consistent at the moment. So, well, two teams, Bristol City, another one. So we'll have our review today. It will take on a, we've obviously got to keep plugging away. We've got to keep chastising them when we need to, praising them up when we need to. But we've got to give them the information as to why they look like they're inconsistent on occasions. And then if they are inconsistent, they've got a good game and a bad game, and we've got to keep finding that good game. Sometimes the opposition's spoiled out, of course. Yeovil did quite well early on where they stopped our run of attacks. So we were having run of attacks, but we didn't really get many opportunities. And when we did, it was poor finishing, very, very poor finishing on the day. And then they got a finish that the lad's never going to score that type of goal again. But credit to him, he went for it probably. And then a bad mistake at the end that led to them winning 2-0. We had a lot of possession, and there's a lot of huff and puff, but not really. Well, actually, not a lot of huff and puff, but we nearly got there a few times, and when we did, it was poor. So disappointed with the game, disappointed with the result. Apologies to the fans and that, but the season is a season, and there will be good games around the corner, and hopefully it's the next one.
Stats can mean anything. Second half of last season, 29 points. First half of this season, 30 points. So, in a sense, you've got the poor start last season out of the system. The question now is, I suppose, you've got to go up another notch, haven't you?
Yeah, I think we're a stronger group this year. The fact that we've got 30 points and we know what we need to get around about. But we got to, the old adage, take each game as it comes, because if you look too far ahead, then you can come unstuck, if you like. You've got to put all your efforts into every game that's the next game, because in our league, different teams have different tactics. They have players that are inconsistent. Some days they'll turn up and be Roy the Rovers, and some days they'll turn up and be Raggy Rovers. There is another word in there, but I'm not going to use it. And that's what happens at this level, and so therefore we have got to keep plugging away. What are we, 10 points off relegation and 8 points off the playoffs? Yeah, so we've neared just under half the season to go. So what we mustn't do is give up on it right now, and I'll make sure that we drag the boys up by the lapels and get going.
At this time of year in particular, supporters tend to be a bit polarised about players and what they think. The one thing you don't have at the moment, which is why Colminster is there, is an out-and-out left-back or a left wing-back. Is that a priority position for you in January?
Well, it's been a priority position since we lost Cranners, and Winnie's done a great job there. Unfortunately, this weekend gone against Yeovil, he wasn't able to do as much as he wanted to do. He did really well to play, to be fair, because he had a big cut on his right foot, and he had bandages and all sorts of different coverings to get him through it. So he wasn't quite himself, but he's done a good job there, and he'll be okay by the weekend, and he'll play where he's needed. But yeah, of course, that's one of the positions that we need to improve.
And on that point, going forward, are you holding your patience at the moment, or are you starting to to lose it in one or two areas because the side isn't progressing as you want.
What do you mean, me personally, or?
Yes.
Am I losing it?
Yeah.
As in?
Or behind the scenes.
Explain yourself, man.
Well, in a sense that how many changes are we likely to see through the window because I'm sorry, you're not good enough, kind of thing.
Oh right, gotcha. I'll move straight to the point there. If you'd have started with that, I'd have understood it totally. Yes, and there are situations where you've probably given some people enough time to prove themselves. They've all got ability, they have, and when they produce it, we've produced some good performances over the season. So they've got it in them, but it is those ones you want sort of 4 out of 5 good games and the 5th one to be still effective. Some of them at the moment are like 50-50. It's like a 2 out of 4, 2 out of 5. Do you know what I mean? So we talk to them, we show them their stats, we show them their individual videos of just them, because we do an individual one where we say, see if you've affected the game enough, as well as the team one. So they know whether they're doing enough or not, and they'll know why they're not in the side, and they'll know why they're in the side. Some are a little bit lucky because at the moment we have got injuries, and we've had injuries for a little while now. So at the minute we've got to get the best out of the 11 that I select.